So what I'd like to be able to do is flow type text from one box into the next into the next. So I need to go and switch something on up here, and if I go into view and extras and show text threads, and this will allow me to see that boxes are connected together. So if we go and click on here, and I can click on this little outlet of this box and I can link it to that box, and now you see there's a connection of the thread there. So I'll do the same here. So these three boxes are going to have text in, and it's going to flow from one into the next. So control click in that box and I'll just fill it with some lorem ipsum kind of random text, and I can change the sizes of these boxes, and you'll see that one empties back out into the other like that. So if you do have a bunch of text that you want to put in somewhere, then you can paste it into these linked boxes and you'll be able to get it to flow between them. You can see here, if I make one box too small, once I've got my text in, I get this little red box with a cross in it, and that means that I'm missing some of my text. So that's a little warning. So you don't even have to read what you've got there. You can just see that there's a little symbol telling you that you've messed something up and you need to deal with that. So for the sake of what we're doing here, we don't really need to be specific about the type. This is just to give us an idea that there's some information in here. What I want to do is place in a picture into this big box here. So I'm going to go up to File and Place, or I can press Command and D, and with that then I can go and find picture that I was after, which is one that I was using for some of the videos, and so that's this image here. So that's placed that into this box for me, and you can see that there's this target in the middle, and I can get hold of that and I can move it around inside here, and it's trying to fill the box that we've placed it into the best way that it can. We can play around with how it fits into this box. There's some options up here, auto fit, and then it'll fill the frame proportionally and change the shape of the box so that it fits the image, etc. And you can also look at those by pressing Control and going to fitting down here, and so you can play about with these. So you can see how if I do that one, fill frame proportionally, it's going to expand it like that. Another way that you can do this, you can use the direct selection tool, and you can get hold of the the image boundaries here. So they're this kind of orangey brown outline here. So you can see if I pull that in, it's going to squish the image, and it's changing how it fits inside that larger box. So let's just go back here, clear that, and fill it again. There we go. Another thing that we've got up here is this link. This means that the contents that are in here are linked from an external file. So they'll change, this image will change if we change that original Photoshop document, similar to what we were doing between Illustrator and Photoshop when I developed this image in the first place. So I was changing this image in Illustrator, looking back at it in Photoshop, and you could see that the effects were being updated. The image was being updated in Photoshop, and then the new effects were taking place on that. So this is a linked file. You need to keep this file together with the InDesign file that you're making currently in this piece of software. So you can unlink these image the content of these InDesign documents if you save your image, your InDesign file in the wrong place, or you move your original source images from where this document is looking for them. You'll end up breaking the picture. There might be a little preview saved with it, but it won't be the full resolution version of the actual image. And so, talking of resolution as well, you can see that this graphic logo Photoshop image that I'd made in between Illustrator and Photoshop looks a little bit rougher around the edges now. There's pixelation here on the type, and you need to remember that InDesign is a page layout tool, and it's giving you a preview of the work that you're doing, and it doesn't need to waste memory on giving you the full version of these images. You can go and change the settings if you want to, so you can go into preferences here, and I think it's in display performance. You can go and turn things up, so you can switch things to high quality, and I think if we press OK, it might update how this image looks. But whether it does or not, when you export it and save it as a PSD, not a PSD, a PDF, or any other image that you're wanting, then it will give you the full resolution image that you wanted, that you'd made, and that you're wanting to output.